Hi everyone, this is Key, and I'm glad you're watching this video because in it I want to explain in depth what is the 8-week success bootcamp. See, one of the things we have to learn is that if we develop the mindset of a prospector, if we develop the mindset of getting listings and not waiting for them to land on us, we always do better in the long term. Now, some agents who really understand this tend to do well in the long term. But there is a few agents who never develop the systems, the mindset, the checklist, the preparation, the presentation, the scripts to succeed at getting listings. And they feel like there's something missing. Well, it's not you that is off. You may not have the systems. Now, I do this program 3 times a year, and it's an intensive course. I only work with a small group of people. So let me share with you what it is, how it works, and whether it is for you or not. First of all, my name is Key. I'm a mindset trainer. I am a prospecting coach. If you had to think about what I do, think of me as a business strategist. I work one-on-one, usually with team leaders, regional owners, broker owners, and at times with agents in a group to develop strategies of success. And I've done it for over 20 years, and my background is mathematics. I used to be a professor of mathematics. So developing strategies of success with marketing and real estate all come together in this course. So here's what you need. There's only one URL you need. See that URL in red? http://bit.ly/AWSN21. That short URL, all lowercase, is the only URL to find the registration form, to find videos, to find the flyer. There's a flyer there. Maybe you're a broker. Maybe you want to share the flyer with your agents. Everything you need will be in that URL. You probably want to pause this video and write that URL down because everything is there, from the registration to the PDF to everything. So let's get to work. Why is it that 80% of real estate is done by only less than 20% of agents? Why is that? What is the 20% of agents know that the other 80% of agents don't know? That's the wrong question. It's not what they know. It is the approach of those successful agents that the majority of agents never develop. They don't develop the proper checklist. And the second question I tackle in this bootcamp, why is it that some become listing agents and the rest are stuck working with Simply Buyers? For some reason, they think this business is about order taking, they call it customer service. Yes, you want to offer great customer service, but you don't have just one client. You don't have just buyers. You have sellers. Without sellers, there's no buyer. You need a seller to sell for a buyer to be able to step up and purchase, which in this market means a lot of people are stepping up to purchase. So your job as a real estate professional is to ask yourself, why am I always focused on the buyer's needs? Shouldn't I develop the skills to get listings so people will come to me as well? And it's a different mindset. It takes a shift in your thinking, a shift in your strategy, and a shift in your implementation. See, I personally believe if you're going to be full-time in this business, what I mean by full-time, meaning you live and die by your earnings in real estate. At the end of the month, the money you have in the bank came from real estate, and you representing buyers and sellers to make a living. If you're going to be full-time in real estate and you have developed the right mindset, the right strategies, I believe you can earn a bronze award. Now, some are going, what is a bronze award? Well, a bronze award is for someone who each year creates 25 transactions or more. We call that a bronze award. You are capable of doing 25 transactions a year, but you're not capable of doing it willy-nilly. You cannot just dabble. You got to have a plan. You got to have a structure to your day, to your week, to your month, to your quarter. And the other thing that we found is those who are not able to achieve that is usually because their mindset is not steady. Maybe they have poor business planning. They don't understand what it means to properly plan your business. They lack self-discipline. That's a huge thing. And they have an absence of consistency. They don't consistently implement their checklist. In fact, they don't even develop checklists. They keep winging it rather than realizing, wait a second, there's a pattern here. There's a pattern to a listing presentation. There's a pattern to putting a listing in the MLS. There's a pattern to creating a market report to share with your neighbors. There's a rhythm. You know something? I'm going to capture that rhythm, create a checklist with it, and trust it. But before I go on, let me give you a piece of advice. Any one of you listening to me right now, even if you don't take this course, it doesn't matter to me. Consider this book, The Power of Self-Discipline by Brian Tracy. You will benefit from having this book because it's about developing the mindset of no excuses. There's a lot of agents who are excuse driven. There's always something wrong. The market, their family, their broker, the commission, the deal, the other agent. They are driven by that. And guess what? They miss the big picture because your job is to focus on you. If you get you right, your business is right. So consider this book. And I believe whether you take this training or not, it doesn't matter. It will help you get where you want to go. Because if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you got to have goals. You got to know where you're headed. So here's how I think about this. When I was developing this boot camp, I knew that for every 100 real estate professional I come across, there's usually one. That one agent who wants to not just make it, they want to excel. She wants to do really, really well. He wants to be recognized for the work he does. There's only 1 in 100 for whom this boot camp will make sense. And I'm aware of it. I am not looking for everyone. I'm not going to convince everyone to do this boot camp. But the few who consider it are the ones who are going, I'm tired of dabbling in this business. I want to develop the proper plan, the proper mindset for success. This is a rigorous boot camp. For 8 weeks, you'll be working with me and another 24 people, and you're going to be working with the mindset of raising the bar on your business in every aspect, from your time blocking to your business planning, to your scripts, to your presentations, to your engagement, to what you do, what we call events. We're going to tackle all of it, to your internet marketing, to your blogging video, to your social media, to your YouTube channel. We're going to tackle all of it because you cannot afford to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, dabble in this, dabble in that. That's not how you create success. And here's what's interesting. Whether you are new to the business or you have been in the business 5-10 years, you could benefit from adding structure to your business. Now, I do it deliberately in our course because that's how I designed it. I designed it as a deliberate drive to build structure to your reality. But the person who has to do the work is you. This is why I only work with a small group of people. So if you are a dabbler and you wanted to dabble in real estate and you want to figure out how real estate works, don't take this course. This is not for you. There are other courses you can take, and they're great. There are other courses that are offered that are fantastic. But if you know you're not getting the listings you deserve and you can go to a higher level, then we need to get you right to arrive there. Because listings exist. They're out there. Trust me, they are out there. But they're not in your hand. And you know why they're not in your hand? Because you're not asking enough. you're not asking the right way, you don't have the right plan, and you don't have a multi-channel strategy where you are extracting potential clients from different funnels. Many agents have a CRM. They don't even know how to use it, which is sad, because what is the purpose of a CRM? Is to stay in touch, to follow up. Most of them have it, but they don't do anything with it. So let me give you a sense of what I call prospecting. See, for me, whether you call it fishing, whether you call it hunting, I call it prospecting. It's the consistency with which you ask for business and get business. Those who wait for business, we call those order takers, they're the one who tend to struggle the most. You have two types of agents. One type is a go-getter. He or she goes and asks for business. You have another type who is an order taker. They wait for someone to come to them and say, hey, can you help me sell my home? There's nothing wrong with that. The problem, we have too many of them. Our industry is full of go-getters. It's full of order takers. We don't have enough go-getters. Again, do you see the 80-20 rule? We need to learn to catch the lead before we service it. See, there's a lot of people who come to the real estate business thinking that we're looking for people to fill paperwork. We have paperwork to do, and if you come to real estate, you'll help us with the paperwork and we'll give you a commission. No, we don't need more people. We don't need more people to do paperwork. No, we need more people to engage. We need more people to talk to potential sellers, potential buyers, and engage them so that at some point they go, you know something, Steve, you know something, Charlene, I'm going to pick you as my agent. Can you help me sell my home? Meanwhile, I need to purchase a home. Can you help me with that as well? That is the role of a go-getter. That is not the role of an order taker. That shift is why only 20% of agents or less excel. They go to the next level. Now, what if you don't know what to do? What if you don't have the right script? Well, this is why you take training. This is why you take boot camps like this that force you to apply what you're learning and put it out there in the world. This is not a course for intellectualism. At the end of the course, I don't want you to come out and say, man, Key, I understand everything about real estate. I'm like, well, that was useless. That was a waste of your time. Oh, Key, I know now how to get 5 listings in the next 2 months. Now we're talking. Now we're going to the place where the rubber meets the road. That's how you generate sales. So let's get into the program. Let me give you the 5 major areas of mastery. If you want to be one of the top agents, if you want to arrive there, it's going to take you a while, and you're going to have to work on these 5 areas. Area number 1, your mindset about being an entrepreneur. How you think about making money. You don't get paid by the hour. You don't get paid because you work hard. You get paid to create results. You get paid to ask people, and they say, you know something, we're going to pick you. That requires planning. That requires a mindset of an entrepreneur. Some develop it, some don't develop it. The only boss you have in this business is you. You are the boss of your business. And that means you have to become self-disciplined, and you have to understand what it means to be an entrepreneur. The second area is the consistency of prospecting. We don't do prospecting when we feel like it. We do it every single day. A minimum of 2 hours a day of prospecting. What does that mean? We talk to people on the phone. We talk to people face to face. But we need to learn how to do it. We have to develop scripts. We have to develop an approach. We have to have flyers. We have to have items of value. We have to understand what the market is doing. All of these things, we call that the consistency of prospecting. Now, once we prospect, we're going to get potential appointments. Well, we don't want to blow it. When we have an appointment, we want to have a listing presentation. We want to be able to walk in and present and walk out with the listing. You don't want to just walk in, do a presentation, and not get it. So we need a listing presentation We need to learn how to do a buyer's consultation. We need to learn how to do a listing presentation. We need to know how to add value to that person listening to us so they can say, you know something, I'm going to pick you. I trust that you work for the right company. I trust that you have the technology. I trust that you have the marketing. I'm going to work with you. The fourth area, this is where the self-discipline comes in. Time blocking. If you don't time block your day, if your day does not have structure to it, where you're going to do certain things and you're going to do them methodically, whether you feel like it or not, well, guess what happens? You're not going to develop much. So that structure of time blocking and having daily habits is essential to your business. People don't like it. They go, man, I came to real estate to work for myself. I'm like, okay. So does that mean you wake up in the morning and watch TV all day long? Is that what you think real estate is? He goes, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Well, I say, well, if that's what you wanted to do, go for it. I don't think this course is for you. Because if that's who you are, why would you bother with somebody like me telling you there is a structure to your business? You wouldn't bother with that. And finally, your mental toughness. You have to develop a mental toughness, stamina, the ability to have people say to you no and not fall apart. Now that one is tough because a lot of agents, when they ask somebody, have you thought about selling your home? Are you thinking about listing with me? What they're afraid of, the person says no. You know something, no, we're not going to pick you. And they crumble inside. You should never crumble inside or outside when somebody says no. It is part of your reality. In fact, I want you to imagine this way how your business is. Your business works this way. You're going through no, 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 yes. You're going through the no's to find the yeses. And the people who don't do well in this business are afraid of the no's and they never get any yeses because they're afraid of going, okay, that person said no, got it. That person said no, got it. That person said no, got it. Oh, this person says, you know, we're thinking about it. Maybe you can help us. I'm like, okay, I can help you. That mindset, that stamina, that mental toughness, you have to develop it. By the way, you're not born with it. All of these areas I just talked about are areas of skill. We need to stop thinking that some people are born to be salespeople, real estate salespeople. They're the chosen ones. No, sorry. You develop the skill. It's a skill. You learn it and you develop it. Whatever personality you are, all of these 5 areas are skills. This is why this is a skills boot camp. The more you do something, the faster you learn. Let me explain to you. The first time you grab, let's say, a hammer and you want to pound some nails in the wall, is it going to be perfect? No. The first time you want to chop wood and you have, a hatchet and you have a piece of wood and you hit it, will you get it right from the get-go? No. But if you repeat, try it again, one more time, all of a sudden you develop the skill, you develop the system, your body starts attuning itself. All of these areas I talked about, the prospecting, the self-discipline, the daily habit, the asking for business, the script, all of those areas are areas of skill, but you have to choose them. You have to choose to accept that those areas of skills are good for you and that you're going to implement them. You're not supposed to be born an expert. You develop the expertise. And this is why in this boot camp, it's 3 months long. Some of you guys saying, well, Key, you said eight weeks. Well, let me explain. It is 8 weeks. But before you get into the course, there is 2 weeks that you have to log into. You have to do assignments before you get even into the course. I will explain that in a few minutes. So there's 2 weeks of work before the course, and there's 2 weeks of work after the course. So if you look at it, it's 12 weeks. Even though the live sessions are 8 weeks, you're in the program 12 weeks. And here's what we found. We found that if you stick with something for about 3 months and you give it your best, even if you make mistakes, you become better. See, I don't like perfection. I like progress. I like people who keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. Today it didn't work out. Got it. Today I went to 5 doors, door knocked. No one said yes. No one even looked at me. No one even said anything. All right, we regroup. We get our script again. We go out there again. We practice that script. And guess what? We get somebody to say yes. And by the way, in this business called real estate, all you need is 2 yeses a month. Do you understand if you did 2 listings a month, you're in the top 5% in the country? That's it. 2 listings a month. You're in the top 5%. Most agents do 1 to 2 listings a year if they're lucky. There's about 40% of agents who never get a listing, ever. Then the rest of them, most of them go do 2 or 3 a year. If you develop the skills to do 1 listing a month, just 1 listing a month, you are already part of a special group. By the way, if you did 1 listing a month, you will close 15 to 20 deals. But you're going, wait a second, Key. 1 listing a month is only 12. Aha! But each listing makes babies. The phone rings more often. Buyers want to talk to you. So a deal can become 2 deals. See, I know some listings who are 3 deals. Let me explain. You list a home, but the seller needs to buy. So you're representing them to buy. That's 1 deal. You're helping them sell their home. That's 1 deal. And as you list the home, there's a buyer who picks you and says, oh, can you help me purchase this home? That's 3 deals. This is why I love listings. 1 listing can become 3 transactions or more. So by having 1 listing a month, which is 12 listings a year, you could close up to 15 to 20 deals a year simply by focusing on listings. Now, are they going to give you the listings? No. Do you have to develop the skills to ask for them and go get them? Yes. Is it hard? Yes. Can you learn it? Yes. And that's the part that only a few people are willing to do. You have to develop this new business habit, and it takes a while. You can't turn it on like that. It takes, if you wanted to become an Olympic swimmer, you don't go one day, swim and go, I'm ready, let's go to the Olympics. No. You get a coach, and he or she will help you how to stroke, how to eat well, how to develop the right mindset, how to be strong, how to compete, how to look at your environment. They will coach you. That's the mindset you need to develop. This idea that you can wing it, you read something and you're done and you're finished with it. No, it's the repetition of implementation. Let me share this with you. When you develop good business habit, time becomes an asset. Time becomes your ally. You never complain about time. Those who have good habits, they never complain about time. Those who have bad habits, well, time becomes their enemy. They always have a reason why they couldn't get it done because they have bad habits. They watch Netflix until 2 a.m. and they go, man, listen, I was busy last night. We know what you were doing. We know. You don't have to explain it. We already know. And the worst part is that you know that. And the idea is time is kind of your ally. Never complain about time. You only have a limited amount of it on this planet. So guess what? That time that you have, some of it needs to be invested properly. Some of it needs to be deliberate. What time you go to bed, what time you wake up, the things you do in the morning, the things you read, how much television you watch, how much distraction you allow in your life. All of those things are the things that are keeping you from success. Your job is to ask yourself, am I planting good habits with my time? See, good habits and time create results. Bad habits and time create excuses. What do you want at the end? Excuses for why things are not happening the way you want, or results so you can take care of your family and even excel and become somebody of value? It's up to you. You get to decide that. Let me give you some statistics. And this is bad news and good news. Let me tell you the bad news and the good news. The United States will have 2.1 million licensed real estate agents. Of those 2.1 million, 1.4 millions are realtors. They belong to the National Associations of Realtors. In the United States, believe it or not, there is a predictable number of listings. We only do 5.1 to 5.4 million listings. In fact, in 2020 was the highest number of listings in 15 years. So people were going around going, there's a lack of inventory, there's a lack of inventory, there's a lack of inventory. I'm sorry. We did 5.6 million listings in 2020, and it was the highest in 15 years. So what is happening? Well, if you look at it carefully, take 5 million listings, okay? Take that number, divide it by 500,000 agents. Well, if I had 500,000 agents, can each one of them do 10 listings? Sure. All right. So we have too many agents. Well, think about it. If I have 5 million listings and I have 500,000 agents and each one of them does 10 listings, that's all she wrote. That's all there is. You don't need much more than that. So guess what? Do we have too many agents? Yes. And I don't want you to become part of that too many. You need to be part of the players. You need to be part of those who do 10 listings a year or more and can dictate their destiny. You don't want to be the one who's complaining about there's no inventory. You want to be the one creating the inventory, but it's not going to be given to you. You have to go get it. You have to go ask for it. And that's why over 800,000 to 1 million agents do nothing, because they want it to land on their lap. They want to grab their sofa and look and see if there's a listing hiding in the cushions. And that's not what the business is. This is a business of asking for business. This boot camp is the fruit of decades of managing brokerages, coaching, training. I usually mentor and coach team leaders and brokers and regional owners. But I designed this one for agents and brokers as a group because, well, it's first of all affordable. It's more affordable to do it that way. And second, I only work with a small group. So it's very intimate and everybody gets to know each other. So I believe in proper planning of activities. I believe in connected checklist and system, and I believe in accountability. For me, if you're going to consider this boot camp, you want to be coachable. You want to be the kind of person who is going to accept accountability, meaning that when you don't do an action, you step up and say, I didn't take the action. I'm going to rectify that. And that you focus on making progress, not in becoming perfect. You don't compete with the other people in the class. We all pull for each other. We all push each other to success. We do not need to compete with one another. And this is why, for me, I've always believed there's plenty of business out there. There aren't plenty of agents who are willing to do the work to go get it. So who benefits from this course? Brokers, experienced agents. The last one I did, I had 6 brokers. I had 6 new agents, and I had the rest of them were 2-3 years agents. So anybody who wants to go to the next level, anybody who wants to create accountability, checklists, mindset, usually are the ones who want it. Anybody who wants the status quo, why would they do this? It's a waste of their time. There's one thing I cannot do. You got to have your own inner burning desire for success. You got to want to do well. You got to, inside of you, want the desire to do well. It's okay if you don't know everything. I'm okay with that. You not knowing everything, I'm fine with that. But if you said to me, I'm going to apply what I'm learning, I'm going to apply it with the other people, I'm going to give it my best, I'm not going to worry about perfection, I'm going to make progress, I'm intentional that way, then this course could be for you. You have to be coachable, you have to be collaborative, you have to work with other people. If you don't like working with other people, do not take this course. The way it works, there's 3 assignments. So when you register, I'm going to tell you what happens when you register. When you register, I will send you your first assignment. You will work on it on your own. You will send it back to me. Then I will call you and we'll have our first interview. We'll talk about your business, where you are, how your business is going, your business planning, your mindset. We have that. At that point, you have to pay a $100 non-refundable fee to keep your seat. Then I will send you 2 more assignments that you will do on your own. And then 1 week before the class, you will pay the balance of the course, which is $299. The cost is $399. I will explain that in just a second. So what's going to happen is you register, you get your first assignment, you work on it, you get a call from me. We have a one-on-one coaching session. Then we will do, then I will give you 2 more assignments. You have to pay a $100 non-refundable fee to reserve your seat. The reason I'm doing that is to eliminate the pretenders. Again, I only take 24 people. Sometimes it goes to 20, sometimes it goes to 26. But 24 people is that number. So there's only so many seats. And I don't want somebody to register and eliminate the potential of somebody else who is not serious. I want people who want to do this to have that burning desire for success. Here's some fundamentals. The classes, there are 8 live Fridays in a row. The first live session, this is after you registered and the coaching and the 2 assignments. The first live session is September 17th. We go from 8:30 a.m. Eastern all the way to 12 noon. So it's 3.5 hours, and there's a 15-minute break. You have to log in from either from your office or from your cubicle or from your home office. It doesn't matter. And you have to be logged in through a laptop or a desktop with a built-in webcam. And you cannot have anything scheduled during those 3.5 hours. You got to be by yourself in the class with me and with the other participants. So there will be 24 webcams of the 24 people with the presentation on the side of it as we do the exercise. And everybody participates. I'll be calling on you and say, can we run this script together? Excellent. Then I'll call on Susan. Hey, Susan, can you work this script with David? And then you guys work on that script. So this is a live engagement. This is not an observational class where you're sitting there and observing the instructor and then you leave. No, everybody participates. And you will have daily homework, weekly homework, quarterly homework. And you will be working by yourself on some of the homeworks, and you will be working with somebody else in the homework. Now, some of you are going, is this on top of what I do in real estate? Well, for me, the homework I'm going to give you is your business. Do you understand? I'm not going to ask you to do something that is not related to your real estate business. It would be directly related to real estate business. So in essence, you'll be working on your business as you're going through the class, doing the business of the class. So you're going to be doing both. You're not going to be doing something superfluous. You'll be doing something within the game that you play called real estate. And guess what? You will be held accountable, and you're going to support others be accountable for themselves. We want to create what's called interdependence. We want to work together so everybody wins. Okay? So that's the mindset of the course. Some of the topics, I'm just putting them here for you to look at. I'm sure if you download the flyer, you'll see the topic. I already told you what I'll cover. We'll cover every aspect of your CRM, of your social media, of your internet marketing, of your website, of your YouTube, of your scripts, of your asking business, how to handle the phone, how to handle appointments, your listing presentation. I will cover all of that, but I just want to give you a sense of what we'll be covering. It is intensive. I'm not going to kid you. This is not for everyone. Now, this is the requirements. In that URL I gave you, you will see a PDF flyer that has the requirement. You can pause this video and read them if you want, or you can download the PDF and you can read them. The requirement is about keeping you active, keeping you honest, and getting the best out of you. My job is to get the best out of you. And it's your job to help me work with you to get the best out of you and the best out of others. This is why it's an interdependent course. You'll get to know everybody in the class. The people who do this class tend to be really motivated. They really do well. They usually don't have all the answers, but they want to work together. And guess what? You don't need to know everything to succeed. You just need to take the first step. You need to decide this is for me. So the 3 assignments, like I told you, you will be given, like I said, you'll call, you register. I'll give you your first assignment. You'll send it within a few days. Then I'll call you. We'll do a quick interview. Then you'll pay that $100 minimum fee. There will be, which is a registration fee that is non-refundable. I want to make sure I say that to you. Then I'll give you 2 more assignments. One is about your branding, how people see you, and one is about your success partnership and your mindset, the fundamentals of your success partnership. So these are the 3 pre-assignments. Each class, like I said, there's 8 of them, is 3.5 hours long. Each class comes with a 15 to 20 page handout. So by the time you finish the course, you'll end up with a binder of 200 pages. You'll also be given as a bonus an additional 75 how-to videos to watch on your own to develop that mindset of success, that mindset of strategy. And I'm going to give you a lot of how-to. So I'll teach you a concept and I'll give you a how-to video on how to do it so you can watch it again and retain what you learned. The course is $1,299. For exit agents, it's $899. But because this is a special group setting, it will be $399. I only take 24 to 30 people. Once I reach 24, I close the door on the course. So this is the last course of the year. There may be a course at the beginning of the year. I'm not sure. I'm collaborating with other trainers and other regions. Sometimes I do this boot camp and I don't do it open enrollment. What does that mean? Sometimes a company, a brokerage will call me and they say, can you do one exclusively for our agents? And if I'm doing that, that means there will not be one. So there may be a January course. There may not be, depending on the brokers and the relationship I have with regional owners. This one happens to be an open enrollment. Anybody who wants to be in it can choose to be in it no matter where you are in the country. Some brokers incentivize their agents by giving them bonuses if they get listings and sales. Find out if your brokerage participates in incentives. I know, for example, George Bryant with Exit Community Realty has an incentive program. I know that Susan Hamblin and Jeff Mistrata have an incentive program. I know that Bernadette Cole also has an incentive program. Find out what your brokerage has. But that's not the reason for you to do this course. You should not do this course for the incentives of your brokerage. You should do it for yourself. Ask yourself, am I getting the listings I deserve? Is my career running the way it should? If you are, first of all, there's no need for you to do this course. Keep doing it, my friend. You've arrived. You are where you need to be, so keep at it. If you know that you need to raise the bar, you need to go to another level, and you would benefit from accountability, self-discipline, scripts, working with other people, developing the right mindset, developing the right checklist, developing the right time blocks, having a strategy for your business. If you think that's for you, that's the reason you should do this course. If you have any questions, you can go to that URL. Remember, it's bit.ly/AWSN21. You can send me an email. My email is on the screen. Or you can send me a text, and I will call you and interact with you if you need more details about the program. I try to be as thorough as I can so that you don't say to your broker, I didn't know what he's all about. This video, I hope, achieved the idea of you understanding what the boot camp is all about. Let me end with this prospecting idea. Becoming a listing agent is first and foremost a decision. You have to make the decision. Today, you should tell yourself, I am a listing agent. And then you then have to create the mindset for it. You have to you may have to get the right training for it. You may have to set the goals for it, design a plan of action, and then take massive action. So if you want to become a listing agent, you first decide that you are, and then you line up everything to work properly for you. Decide it, and then create the plan. And then trust the plan. You can't create the plan and not trust it. That's the mindset you need to develop. I hope what I shared with you was useful. I look forward for those of you who choose to tackle the bootcamp to attend, and I will see you in my next classes. Take care, everybody.